Well, we have the debate every year because someone just said to me, well, shouldn't you be jurying the pieces? And we don't. We let the artists, if a person wants to put in 10 pieces and they price their pieces, so someone might say, why is that person only asking $10 and why is that person asking $500? And we say, well, that's the artist, that's their
judgment.
They're making
their judgment call.
They're making the decision, which actually makes it easier for us. But yeah, we don't jury the pieces that come in, and it's amazing. Every year it's a different show, but we just get a great variety of stuff. And I think we sent you some copies of pictures. I hope you put a couple up. Yeah.
And is it different artists every time, or are there some that stay and just keep doing it and progressing? And how does it actually happen concretely, like supplies, what kinds of paint and all that kind of stuff?
Well, we put out a call to the different mental health services and poster the teams and our center, and we just invite artists to submit their work, and we give them a date and say, if you want to come to our show, put it in. Just let us know, and that's how the show happens. It seems to work.
And so do you have art workshops or anything like that?
Yeah, we have.
Like art therapy, I suppose?
Yeah, we have art classes. So we have a couple of very skilled artists that volunteer and come in and do art groups. And people produce things from watercolor to pencil drawings to right up to acrylics and oils. So, yeah.
Talk a bit about the poetry. I noticed the poetry more this time when I was looking through the book. Can you talk a bit about the poetry and how does that happen? And is it just individuals writing? Is it some kind of...
It is. Well, we have a writing group once a week at the drop-in, but also whenever we're publishing anything, again, we say to people, if you have something you might like to submit, please do. So we have a weekly writing group, and it's about 6 to 8 people, I think, that have been coming and share their work. And we also, every 2 months, have a variety show at the center. And it's a great fun thing. There's so many talented people, music, singing, and poetry reading, and some comedy, a real mixture of things. When people have a chance to express and share, it's a wonderful opportunity.
Talk a bit more about the variety show. So can the public go? Is it just for your own members? How does that?
Well, we advertise it within the Kettle. Certainly people could come in, but we don't advertise, like it's not a public event.
Right.
But if anyone wanted to come down and come to the variety show, they'd be more than welcome. People really enjoy having an audience.
I think people would think that people with I even hate using these terms, but mental health issues would be very closed off, would be just hiding, couldn't think clearly, definitely couldn't perform, like get up and do. Talk a bit about that. Our judgments, I guess.
Well, that's not true. Because we have some great performers and people loving to sing. And, you know, for a lot of people, their life got stopped when they got ill. And it's rediscovering things that they've enjoyed doing or talents they have, and it's having a place to do that. I mean, the Kettle is really about breaking isolation, about people developing friendships. I think I was sending you our holiday appeal letter that was just done, and it was written by Verna, who's been part of the Kettle since it started, and she was one of the founding members. And the thing she writes about was she came and she made friends, and she's had a whole 30 years of relationships and doing things with people that she met, where she wouldn't have met them on the street or in a coffee shop. There was enough, it was a safe place to come and do that.
And to be able to talk and communicate.
Yeah, talk and communicate.
Or not.
And absolutely, some people tend to be, we do have a lot of people that are very afraid, seem very reticent to communicate with others, and the stigma around mental illness is still, in every survey I've done or focus group with our folks, that still is the number one thing that is harder to deal with than their actual illness. It's how a person in the public views someone as, you know, someone who's going to be violent, or you know, all of those myths, right, are still very strong and alive. So.
And this may seem like a silly question, but how big an issue is abandonment. I can't even say it. And I want to bring in their family and that kind of thing.
There's certainly people come who have wonderful families who've tried to support them all through the years and try to, like having a family member with any illness, you know, to help their child, to help their sibling. And we do see family members, but more often we see people that have no contact with their family. It's been years, and maybe people didn't understand their illness, or maybe the way they behaved when they got sick disenfranchised them. We're seeing a lot of adults who went through the foster care system. We're seeing a lot of adults who've had child abuse, who've been victims of abuse and growing up. And so those kids that, you know, that people from years ago, those are the kids we're seeing today that are adults and trying to make their way in the world.
Christmas, for the best of health people, is hard enough, or can be. Yeah. What is it like for the people that you work with? Well,
it's often a lonely time. It's kind of what you have and don't have seems a little bigger, and have and don't have really is around sharing and family, and I mean the gifts parts and all that's a very small part of that. But people feel their isolation often more when they see other people celebrating and joyful, and we do try to make it joyful for those that come to the Kettle. And we have a Christmas dinner every year. We have a dinner. We're open all through the holidays, and so we do the big turkey dinner, and people can bring family or friends to the Kettle on Christmas Day, and it's a wonderful day. It's a really great day, and part of our holiday appeal is looking for support around all of the holiday events, and just it doesn't take a lot to make a difference, you know. And I think that's what we
and what
want
are some of
know.
There are, you know. Needs for like homeless people. I live in Main Island, and we get a newsletter about the box for homeless people, and they need scarves and that kind of thing. What are the needs of some of your the people you work with?
Well, before I left, I got my drop-in manager said, "Don't forget to say that we have absolutely no socks, no hats, no gloves at the center left." So we're really looking for donations of those. And our homeless outreach worker, Damien, said, you know, we need to have things that keep people dry. Raincoats, blankets, tarps, boots, any of those things would be most appreciated.
And so if people are wanting to donate that stuff, can they donate cash? Can they do
absolutely
the practical
support,
things?
The practical towards helping us provide. The food program is all run by donations. So 26,000 meals plus last year. It's all funded through donations. So we're always looking for support for that program. People can come to the center at 1725 Venables, just off Commercial. We're on the web, thekettle.ca. You can donate online, and people can call and ask if they want to know what else they can do. We'd be happy to talk to them about that.
Do you take volunteers? Can people volunteer?
Yeah, we have a volunteer program. We have about 115 community volunteers, which really help us offer more, you know, and also bring the community to us, which is part of our goal, is to really get people back involved in the community, so that's great. Yeah, we have a part-time volunteer coordinator, Michelle, and if you call the Kettle, we'll hook you up with her.
Thank you very much for doing this.
You're welcome. Thank
you. I hope everybody makes lots of donations, not only for Christmas, but for the food all year round, which is amazing.
Yeah, great.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks very much.
I'm Tamara Taggart, and I have been a volunteer member of the Kettle Board of Directors for over 7 years. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Kettle Friendship Society, which has been making a difference in the lives of individuals living with the stigma and difficulties of mental illness for over 35 years. The Kettle connects with their clients through 26 community-based support programs such as outreach, advocacy, and health services, providing support to the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of life. Currently, the Kettle has 200 housing units with 150 more under construction. These homes have been developed to deliver excellent care and assist clients to find their own unique path to recovery. The heart of the Kettle, the drop-in center, is a place of self-care and wellness, set in a welcoming family environment. The drop-in is open every day, including holidays, and provides hot meals, showers, clean clothing, rehab programs, and all Kettle services to 3,500 individuals a year. Let me introduce you to Dennis, a Kettle member for many years.
The Kettle has definitely saved my life. They did things like they showed me self-esteem. It's given me stability. It's given me confidence. It's actually really given me a reason to continue on in life. When I saw all the people here, I thought to myself, wow, I'm really not alone. There's other people around who have problems just like myself. I call the Kettle my sanctuary.
Well, before I lived at the Kettle, I used to live on Skid Road on Hastings, and I used to do a lot of drugs, And I used to do a lot of panhandling, and then when I started living at Tramp Apartment, I was trying to stay off drugs, so I haven't touched drugs in about 16 years, but Tramp Apartment gave me that chance to get back into life and a second chance in life, and I'm really thankful that they did do that.
The seed program is important to me because I have a routine and I got somewhere to go to do my work. I am looking forward to my future with seed employment program, doing my sewing at Common Thread, and everything's great.
The Kettle is a place of empowerment where members are welcomed into an accepting and genuine environment. After being homeless for 4 years, suffering from severe depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, I was seen by many as a lost cause. The Kettle helped me find a place to live, enabled me to go back to school, and provided me with a job. The Kettle has been essential to me in my journey towards recovery.
Each and every one of you can help ensure that the Kettle can continue to provide the support and service that are so important to individuals like Dennis and Ed and Jeannie and Emily and thousands of others in our city. We cannot do it without you. Please help make a difference.